Good day everyone. My name is Ray, and I'm currently the sole developer of the Hawker400 for X-Plane 12. This video is going to be a little update to inform everyone where I'm currently at in development, what's been accomplished, and just the overall state of things. So, let's get into it. Here we got the tail and rudder. The rudder and the rudder trim tab assemblies have both been modeled and rigged and animated. This is currently in X-Plane. No textures yet. On to the antennas. The modeling is done for the antennas. I'm working on textures currently, but they are animated with G-forces and wind deflection. It's a small detail. I don't think most people would notice it without me mentioning it, but it's a detail that I think will really help sell that this is an actual aircraft and not just a rigid body in a flight sim. Sounds are no exception. If there's shakes or bumps in the cabin, it needs an accompanying noise. So I will be pushing to have a very in-depth audioscape. But I have some rough-in recordings that sound, I think, decent. So, yeah, give it a listen. The nose landing gear is also getting a complete rework. I'm adding details that I'd missed in my first pass of modeling and have begun incorporating elements for the gear door actuations. So currently I have work on only the aft door, which is there. You can see the rough-in animation right there. Needs a lot of work, and there'll be a lot more effort put into that later on, but this is the rough-in. The main landing gear has also gotten some attention with modeling and texture work. I've been learning how to do texture paint so I can actually get these very complex shapes looking real. And you can also see the blur disc for wheel spin. As the wheel spins up, the texture will switch to blurred to further sell that that wheel is spinning. The wings are also in rough shape. The geometry isn't accurate to the actual shape of the aircraft, and it's just difficult to work with. But I do have a rough-in for the flap animation and their shapes. You can see it right there. Very much a rough-in. And the geometry is very difficult to work with the way I have it now. If you look at the wingtips and the nav light cover, it is a nightmare. But that'll get its attention shortly. But I also finished the static wicks while being irritated working on that. This is accurate to the XP and is most likely the final for the static wicks and covers. They look great. The cockpit has had very slow progress, but meaningful. It's been a lot of reorganizing, slightly moving, and putting things in the positions they're supposed to be. A lot of small detail work, but it's getting there. It's almost to its final form. texture-wise, the fan and turbine indicators are animated and textured, and I think they look decent. The cabin seat has come along very well and looks fantastic in my opinion. Done a lot of learning on texture paint and just texturing workflow by using this as like a test bench. It looks decent right now, but it's not currently implemented, but very soon to be. Next up will be my pride and joy, the thing I'm probably most proud of at this point in the project, and that is the stairs. The amount of effort this animation took was actually ridiculous. And I have it working in Sim, and yeah, very, very proud of the stairs. Very proud of the stairs. That kind of wraps up all the updates I have currently. There's a lot of work to be done. Avionics are in a very rough state, as you might have seen from some of the in-game footage, but I'm making headway. A lot more than I have the last 3 years. So, yeah, I'm excited. Thank you.